So this adventure is Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme for 4th level characters. You're going to be below the House of Rest down in the Firefly Cellar, so named because it's lit by fireflies. And that's because the place is so full of guests that this is the only place they had for your guys to stay. Of course, for some of you, that's good because you wanted to research books and the like. Others of you are just passing through looking for adventure, etc. Go ahead and take care of any buying and selling you want to do between adventures. And you all start with a free potion of healing. And you all start with inspiration. And let's do some character introductions. So the first character will be joining us in a little bit. So we'll start with Junebug. Go ahead, Junebug.
Junebug is a furbolg, kind of a fisherman at night, by day, kind of a gossip in the local town. He's not far, grew up not far from here, from Candlekeep. But imagine Junebug's kind of a cross between James Bond and Jim Carrey playing the Grinch. So he's quite a character. But he's he's just that person nobody pays attention to, and he's like a local. What's the background? He's like a faction agent, so he's kind of a secret squirrel, just keeping an eye on things around here. But plays the dumb kind of fishing fearbog kind of persona. That's Junebug. Druid, fearbog.
All right, Mig, your turn.
Yes, so Mig Hava has basically a bugbear who was kicked out of his clan and come and go place to place, and he was captured for fighting the gladiatorial arena, and but because he was good at fighting, and people the crowd loved him for it. He gained his freedom, and he's been living up to his persona of this greatest gladiator fighter. He would go town to town going fight, and he basically ended up at the cellar because it's kind of nostalgic to his cave.
Nostalgic to its cave. That's good. All right, so we got so far one 4th level druid of the stars, one 4th level monk of shadows. Real quick before we go any further, everyone be sure and change your Discord name temporarily and your Roll20 name like Zoltar did. So it's your character name and then your player name behind the character name. All right, and Mitre, you can do that after you do your introductions. Go ahead, Mitre.
Just did it. All right, so you don't see anybody, but you do hear a faint screaming. The screaming is getting louder until suddenly you hear a crash as one of the nearby windows shatters with the force of something that seems like it was thrown with a trebuchet or maybe, I don't know, a giant slingshot. You see collapsed on the ground is this tiny little kobold, and he appears to be holding some sort of paper box in his hand, and he very woozily stands up. He appears to be holding a very crudely made bone helmet, and he just takes out a piece of red chalk and marks a fourth notch on it as he looks up and he says, right, I have a pizza here for he reads it and he says, Hugh G. Nerd. Is there a Hugh G. Nerd here?
Nice. All right. After Mitre, who's a 4th level artificer, is Zoltar.
Yes, Zoltar is a third level wizard. He's a halfling. He is kind of a gypsy performer, fortune teller, palm reader, tea leaf reader. Likes to get attention when he has his premonitions and his visions. Kind of stuck on himself a little bit and looks down on other people.
All right, the person not here yet is Adaging right here, and Adaging is a 4th level character, 3rd level fighter, 1st level monk, a grappler by trade. see, a haunted one, so kind of got some darkness to him. You will see him later. Mitre, you can join the party now or return to your deliveries and join naturally later, maybe when the party orders some more pizza. Your choice.
Mitre just looks at the note and says, it looks like it was a prank delivery. Dang, I think we lost 3 kobolds in that one. Oh, well, he checks a very roughly hewn sand timer and says, well, that delivery took 31 seconds. So that means, according to the company policy, I'm contractually obligated to work for you for 1 day.
All right. So you descend, you follow the party down into the Firefly cellar. And the descent is rather steep. It goes through a hatch in the floor of the back hallway of the House of Rest and down a steep flight of circular stairs into a very large chamber, which I have mapped down here for you. This is an elderly elf you see precariously balanced on a ladder while arranging a few of the flower pots that are on top of one of the bookcases. She's engrossed in her work and starts to speak without looking at you. Before she does, let me tell you what else you see in the chamber. This big chamber is there's a balcony ahead. You can see that. I'm going to move editing out of the way here. The bookcases all about you are 10 feet tall. They're dark wood. They're packed with books. They are each equipped with a rolling ladder. There's flowers and ceramic pots lining the tops of the shelves, giving the area a sweet fragrance. There's alcoves spaced around the perimeter of the room, some containing polished bronze statues of bespectacled scholars, and others holding overstuffed chairs. In the center of the room, a brass railing surrounds an overlook that gives a view of the lower level. You'll have to get closer to see what's down there. Hanging from the ceiling above the opening is an enormous stone sculpture of an open book that looks as though the cover is flapping to keep it aloft. It's held up there on 3 chains that are bolted into beams on the ceiling. The spiral staircase that you guys just came down continues further down, and you see an occasional errant firefly flitting around the place. Otherwise, there's lanterns hanging from the ceiling all about, full of fireflies. So that's what you take in as you come down to the bottom of the stairs here. And also, on your way down to the bottom of the stairs, you're probably not expecting trouble. It's late in the day. It's about just before evening. You've had your supper, and you're just looking for a place to crash and spend the night. But does anyone want to cast any spells like mage armor or such?
Not for me.
Zoltar's not going to cast anything, but he's going to go smell one of the flowers, and it's going to cause a little bit of a irritation in his big schnoz, and he's going to sneeze a very phlegmy sneeze into his handkerchief.
Okay.
And when he takes a look at it, he's going to have a little bit of a premonition
Oh, nice. You can roll your portent dice.
and
if you
read
like.
his snot.
I love
An 8 and an 18. Keep track of that. Those are good numbers, actually. Okay. So the woman, as you guys watch Zoltar climb up this ladder over here, so you get up to the flowers and sniff the flowers and start looking at his snot, the woman started to speak to you, not even looking back at you. The elderly elven lady. She says, Ebner, are you back? Then you hear a grumbly voice from down the circular staircase, and it also seems to come from the railing as well, as if both of those things go to the same location down below. The grumbling voice says, I never left. The elf says, oh. She turns around and sees you guys and is surprised and says, visitors. Welcome. I'm Scribe Varnir. Who are you? And you guys do your introductions and such. Anyone want to say anything to Scribe Varnir? She is,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It is I, Nick Haver, champion of pits, slayer of slayer, bathed in the pools of his enemy's blood to bring you the most electrifying athlete ever conceived.
Her eyes get big, but she calmly says, well, that is very interesting, dear. I could use the help of a big, strong person like you. Maybe you could take these books down to Ebner down below. And she She points to a big stack of books that's on the ground, kind of near the ladder that she was climbing on top of. I'm sorry for the state of things. You see, there's a restoration project in work here, and kind of busy work on that, but I'll be with you shortly. If you can just take these books down to Ebner, he'll tell you what to do with them from there. Thank you so much. So if you will, Mig, she points to books for you to carry on downstairs. Junebug, what do you want to be doing?
Just walking around. I think I'm an inquisitive, curiosity killed the cat kind of person. So I'll just start going counterclockwise. Maybe go one more row down, 10 feet ahead, and then go walk around, just looking at things.
Okay. Mitre,
trying to set off traps or whatever.
Mitre, what do you want to be doing?
Mitre perks up at the hearing of another voice and says, "Oh, maybe these people know. Hey, lady person, do you know anyone named Huge A Nerd? I'm looking for a huge nerd."
Huge nerd. No, I don't know anyone by that name. We do have some guests down below. Maybe one of them ordered the pizza. Cthulhu is their name. A tabaxi.
He just looks at it and says, I can't give the pizza unless they have the name.
Oh,
but all right.
I understand. Well, maybe you can help us carry some books for us then.
Oh, yeah. Cobalt Joe's Pizza Service offers all kinds of services. Housekeeping, cleaning, mercenary work. We even did an assassination once.
Oh, well, we won't speak of that, will we?
Speak of what?
Right, exactly. Okay, Zoltar, you were reading your snot. What else do you want to do, Zoltar?
That's it. Just cleaning up, and I will just walk around with my head held high and pretend like I'm important and look at some of the books.
Okay.
And I might even say I sense a lot of nerds here, but no huge one.
So, Mig, you gonna carry the books down as requested?
Mig have I will.
Okay.
Carry books. Mig Haver's mostly proficient in fighting.
So Mig grabs the books. Mitre picks up one, and they head on down the stairs right behind where you guys came down from above. So let me draw out what you guys see when you get down there, and then I'll tell you what the rest of you see as you stay up above. Down below this room that you're in is another very large circular room with rows and rows of shelves like the one you just came out of from above. Just drawing it here so you can see it as I describe it. There we go. And Mig, you just came down those stairs, and Mitre following. And you can see another room like the room above. You guys are right over here, the ones I just moved. And the rest of you will see this shortly enough, so no problem listening in. The stacks. So this room contains 10-foot tall dark wood bookcases, just as the one above. Musty old books everywhere. You see straight ahead a very heavy granite table occupying the room's center. There's small stacks of books resting on the table along with a candle holder that contains firefly-filled jars. There's some rolled up indigo rugs resting underneath the table, and above the table is a balcony and an enormous stone book sculpture hanging from the chains above. And that is about 15 feet overhead, is where you see that. So that balcony is this balcony here, which is hanging right over the top of this table right here. Seated at the table is a gentleman who is, let's see here, a gray-haired man. He's sitting at the table. He's hunched over a book. So Mig, what do you want to do when you get down there?
Books for delivery.
The man looks up. He seems visibly annoyed. To you, Mitre. Mig, how good are you at insight? Pretty wise, Mig. Pretty wise and pretty insightful. Yeah, trained in insight.
No.
You're trained in insight, and you're pretty wise. So you catch on that he is kind of annoyed by how loud you are. He says, "Keep your voices down, please. I just put my daughter to bed." What can I do for you?
Book delivered from above.
He pinches the bridge of his nose. The sigh, he says, these books are not for me, they're for Cthulhu. Cthulhu's staying in the rooms below. Go down those stairs behind me. He points over his shoulder to the stairs that are over here. And you'll see a long hallway. Go through the kitchen, and then her room will be the second door on the right after you leave the kitchen. So let me go back while you guys are having discussion with him to the people in the room above. So in the room above, as you're circling around the books, many of the books here are not in really good shape, you notice, Zoltar and Junebug. All sorts of different titles, from the lurid legends of the Pirate Isles to the ghost stories of the Waterdavian sewers and more. Varnir, she catches up with you and she says, oh, let's see, you're circling around, we'll say you're like here. Zoltar, I don't know if you're separate or going together with Junebug. What do you want to do, Zoltar?
Yeah, I'll stick around the big guy.
Stick around the big guy? Okay. So you come to the central aisle, and about the time you come to the central aisle, Varnir, the elven woman, comes to greet you. And you were just looking at this huge sculpture that's hanging above. You heard the little conversation happening between the man below and Mig, the man shushing him, telling him to be quiet, and telling him to take the books even further below. There's a basket you can see that is on the rail here, and it's probably like to carry books up and down. It looks like it wouldn't carry a whole lot of books. It's all fraying. One end of it's fixed to the rail, and it's essentially a large lidded wicker basket that could be lowered and raised. Not in the best condition. And it's currently raised, and the rope is tied to the railing. And then the huge sculpture that you see, this piece of stonework is about 12 feet across and suspended from the ceiling by 3 chains. The cover is etched with the words, "Be curious." So then Varnir catches up with you and she says, okay, sorry for delay. I can show you the rooms below if you want.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Could Zoltar quickly ask her the meaning of the "be curious"? What the significance of that is?
I think it's kind of the motto of whoever built this section of the library. There is so many random books here, you could spend years and years and years and not find everything here. All right, so she starts walking to go downstairs. And then, let's see, Meg, you're carrying the books down to the, Kulta, who's below. And Mitre, did you want to go with the whole group, or did you want to do something else?
Mitre will, tired of carrying both the pizza and the book, will pull out his satchel, which looks like a pizza carrying case, slide the pizza in as it disappears into his bag of holding, and he will pick up a couple more books and hurry along.
All right, I just changed some settings. I just want to re-verify you guys can still see your guys. Yeah? Okay, good deal. Okay, so Ebder never introduced himself, but you caught his name when Varnir asked for him to help her. She will lead you down below. So he comes down to these stairs over here, and they lead down into the very lowest level of the Firefly. So, all right. So the stairs come down into a long hallway. This hallway is colder than up above. It's got a low barrel vaulted ceiling, crowding the already narrow passage, and light from Firefly lamp that hangs in a nook in the wall is inadequate to illuminate the entire space, so it's pretty dark down here. But you can see there's a door at the end of the hall, and you head down there to a kitchen. And the kitchen has a dirty skillet standing out among an otherwise immaculate kitchen, and the smell of bacon in the air hints at the skillet's former contents. A door in the southeast corner hangs open a crack. That's this guy right over here. An oven occupies one corner. A well-stocked pantry rests in another corner. Pots and pans hang from the wall hooks above the metal sink. So Vernier takes you and she says, well, Crinkle must have been cooking. I don't know where they went, though. Crinkle is our oldest staff member, been down here about 20-some years. I'll introduce you as soon as we run into them. Cthulhu's down here as well. I'll take you to their room. And also, Ebner's daughter's down here, Gilby. If we see her, I'll introduce you. So, assuming you follow her, she leads you on to the first room on the left. She opens the door and she points into the room and she says, there is one of our sleeping quarters that you can take. And that place is just pretty bare. 2 beds flanking a wash basin in an otherwise bare room. They're both made and one of them is a bit rumpled. Then she takes you on down to where there's an open door. And by the open door you peek in and you see that there is a child in there playing with some toys. Draw that room out there. So this little child is actually sleeping. I'm sorry. Already went to bed. So the child's sleeping in the little child's bed there in the corner. You can see that there's toys scattered on an unmade bed and piles of clothes obscuring all but a few bare patches of the floorboards. Above a writing desk in the corner dangles a dragon marionette made from brass and wood. A round firefly lamp hangs in the opposite corner. There's drawings all over the floor. Varnier very quietly and carefully closes the door so that Gelby can sleep, and then opens the door to the south. And to the south, you meet Cthulhu. So in that room, when you open that door, and here's the description of Gelby. She's about 8 years old, the little girl, wearing a yellow hooded cape, missing a front tooth, and obviously loves to draw, not very energetic right now. Cthulhu is a gregarious tabaxi of middle years and an animated talker. She jumps to her feet when Varnier knocks on the door, and she opens the door and she says, hello, visitors. And you have my books. Thank you so much. So she takes her books and kind of does small talk with you guys. Do you have any questions for either Varnier or Cthulhu? Anyone?
No, not at this juncture.
Okay.
I don't.
You see that the books that you brought to the Tabaxi are things about like magic, folk magic especially. So things like, gosh, what would folk magic be? More druidy magic type stuff. And then Varnier shows you the last room on the right. And this is the second sleeping quarters where you can stay. So there you go. She says, I'm sure you guys are ready to hit the sack. We'll make some breakfast in the morning, and you're welcome to share with us, and then you can be on your way tomorrow, if that sounds okay.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate it. I got a question. Do the beds look longer in this room versus the other? I don't care. I can sleep on the floor, but are these beds the same length?
The north beds are definitely bigger.
All right.
Definitely
maybe that's where Mig and I should go.
Yeah.
I think we're taller.
Definitely.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you so much.
So Varnier will take her leave. You see her room is the first door, like right over here. I'll put her like halfway in her door. So Varnier goes into that room to sleep. Gelby's out and sleeping. Cthulhu goes back to studying. You never see who this Crinkle person is, but there's 2 more doors. So one might be Crinkle's room and one might be Ebner's room. So, basically we can go to sleep and we get up the next morning, but if any of you want to do anything during the night, let me know. So we'll start with Zoltar. Anything special before the morning, Zoltar?
Nothing special. I do have a question though. Was there something going on in Candlekeep that there were no other rooms available?
There seems to be like a big influx of travelers. You don't know why.
No, nothing special for me.
Nothing special going on. Yeah. Okay. Mitre. Anything special for Mitre?
Yeah, Mitre would like to sneak into Gailby's room because he saw that dragon. The little paper
Nice.
dragon.
Okay, Mitre. Make a stealth check for me. So you
All right,
click your token, and you click the D14 button, and
Oh, I accidentally clicked strength.
that's okay. Hit the D14 button.
All right.
There you go. So you got a 22 stealth check. Or no, you're not training stealth, so 20 stealth check. So you very stealthily pad down the hall, open the door, look into Gelby's room. The room again is yeah, it's got that dragon up there. Also, just looking around, you see there's a number of creepy pictures done in loud colored paint in a style typical of a child. One of the images shows a man whose feet have been severed. Blood pours from his ankles and from the severed feet next to him. There's a black cloud hovering over him. Another shows a boy underwater, grasping at his throat. A black cloud hovers near him. And a third creepy one shows a dog with a severed hand in its mouth. A black cloud hovers behind the dog. These three creepy images are mixed in with lots of other childlike images of dragons and knights and princesses and centaurs and all sorts of things like that.
He's gonna look at them a little bit concerned.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna just go ahead and ignore those for now, but take a mental note of it. He's gonna go over to the paper dragon and using his ability, called again, magical tinkering. He's going to grab the dragon and very quietly roar into it as he creates the condition that whenever it's touched, it will emit the roar of a kobold.
Nice. That's awesome.
Eh.
Okay, Mitri, anything else tonight?
Yeah, he will take out a tiny bit of paper, crumple it up, and put it into the mouth, and use his magical tinkering again to make it shine orange light as he creeps out of the room.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Anything else, Mitri?
Oh, that's it.
Okay, Junebug, anything that night?
I think I did take note of the books that the tabaxi was taking in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm supposed to. I'm on work. I'm working,
Mm-hmm.
so I need to be recording something. Otherwise, I can't justify being here. So I did take a mental note of that.
Got it. And Mig, anything for you, Mig?
Some snack before going to bed.
Midnight
he'll be
raid of
going
the kitchen. Okay.
Mhm.
You find plenty of good food there in the kitchen, including some strings of dried spice sausage chunks, which are very tasty.
Mm.
Nothing else in the kitchen. One oddity about the kitchen that you notice is that the stove top, there's no like burner for it. Instead, you find that there's a coil of iron on the top of the stove top, and you find a switch, like a little toggle switch on the side of the oven. When you flip it, the iron heats up like a heat metal spell. So no open flames, which you've heard is common here in Candlekeep. That there's no open flames. Other than that, you don't find anything else out of ordinary in the kitchen.
Taking this advantage, Mick grabs a frying pan and just fries the sausage.
Very good.
Take it to his room.
Okay.
And goes to sleep.
Okay. That night passes uneventfully. You guys wake up the next morning. Go ahead and cast any spells you normally cast, like each day. Like if you have a mage army, you cast each day or something like that. You can do that. But you can smell the bacon already cooking when you wake up.
Can Zoltar just keep the portent I rolled before?
You can go ahead and roll it again. Yeah, just click your guy and portent. A 1 and a 6. Someone's in trouble. Someone you don't like. Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, everything looks, kind of like it was before. You can smell the smell of bacon cooking. Uh, you come out. You don't see any sign of Arnir. They must already be up above. Gatula must already be up above at breakfast. Galeby, same thing. Yep, Galeby's gone, as far as you can tell. But you do meet Crinkle. So they're cooking in the kitchen. You find a Kenku in the morning. An aged Kenku at that. She's lost many of her feathers, and those that remain are frayed and disheveled. She carries a long staff with a hook on the end. You can see it propped up against the wall. She must use that to change the firefly lamps that hang from the ceiling. She looks up at you and says, breakfast is a cooking, in a voice that's like, not her voice. It seemed like someone else's voice. She rubs her hands together and looks at you. Breakfast is a cooking.
Mimicry, I love it. Thank you so much. Do you have anything that we can help you with? With breakfast?
She takes a pan of the bacon and like slides it onto a plate and says in another voice that sounds like a grappled cook's voice, "Order up," and hands you the bacon and points towards the door.
All right. Well, I'll hand that to whoever wants it. So, Mig or Mitre? Bacon?
Mitre will look at it a little confused. He just will try it piece off the plate, and his eyes just grow about twice as wide in the pupils, and he grabs the plate greedily.
All right. Crinkle kind of starts shuffling behind you, grabs the staff that they must use to change the firefly pots, and grabs another pot. It looks like some sort of casserole, and walks behind you up the stairs. And you guys all arrive back upstairs in the first floor, well, the middle floor actually, right up in here. You can grab a chair around the table, and some of you might have to eat off a shelf or something, clear some books away and put your plate on a shelf where you can eat. I'm going to drag the rest of you up there. So you're all gathered around up here for breakfast. Let's see if our not here yet. Might be only the four of you tonight. We'll see. Okay, so in this room, you're gathered around to eat when, and you start sampling the casserole. It's really good. The bacon is amazing. You gotta wrestle it away from Mitre. So after your first night in the cellar, you gather around a table in the center of the collection's main floor. It's quiet until you notice that your companions are humming a melody under their breath. The same tune that's been stuck in your head since you woke up. After a moment, you realize that you too are humming along. You don't know it by name, but you hum it perfectly. It's like to the tune of Hush Little Baby Don't You Cry, but those aren't the words to it. And you're all humming it. Cthulhu and Ebdur are there. Ebdur is reading from the same book as last night, and the humming is clearly bothering him. He's not humming. And after just a short little bit, he says, "Please keep quiet. This is a library." Any of you want to stop humming?
I think I would like to stop humming, or no, I'll hum along with everybody else, but I'll notice that this is peculiar, and I will remember it.
Okay. Mig, do you want to keep humming or stop?
Mig will humming.
Mig is humming. Mitre, do you want to keep humming or stop?
He just is humming, and in the middle of it, he stops and says, I found a bunch of creepy drawings in Galby's room. They look like black clouds with weird, creepy things happening behind him.
So before you stop to talk, the humming is just incessant in your head. Let's see here. I think this is it. Yeah, you find it just irresistibly catchy, this melody. And to stop humming in order to speak, you have to actually concentrate as if you're casting a spell to resist the humming. So that does mean that if you want to cast a spell that requires concentration, it's going to be very difficult to do that. And so you force yourself to stop, Mitre, and you share what you said. You look around the table. Ebner now is kind of like expecting some sort of response from him because he is Gelby's father. You notice that Gelby is not there. Let's see. Gelby has walked over to her dad, so she's hanging out with her dad. He looks up as if to respond, but then instead of words coming out of his mouth after you share that, Mitre, he starts humming. And you can tell it perplexes him and aggravates him. Let's see. Zoltar, do you want to hum?
Are we humming while we're eating this food even?
Yeah, even while you're eating. Hush, little baby, don't you cry, is what you're humming over and over.
Guess I'll start to look around at everyone else in a little bit of a panic.
Okay, Crinkle, let's see here. Crinkle's kind of humming too in the corner there. And then something happens. Over the humming, you hear the hatch to the house of rest slam shut, followed by the sound of several mechanical locks engaging. Moments later, Varnier, the elf, descends the staircase humming the same tune in a soft voice. Oh, here she is. With effort, she suppresses her humming and shares. When I first arrived at Candlekeep, the Avowed were concerned about a singing madness. A book merchant had been afflicted with it and was put in isolation after several Avowed began singing the song as well. She pauses and frowns. I don't know what happened to him or the others. That was 600 years ago. She gathers her composure and adds, I've alerted the Avowed and sealed the exit to stop whatever this is from spreading. I hope you can help me figure this out. What do you have to say about that, Zoltar?
I'll say great.
You're in to help? Junebug, what do you say?
Well, Junebug will say nothing. Junebug will just keep on humming,
Keep humming?
nod his head.
Okay.
You know.
Let's see. Cthulhu's just Cthulhu, you can tell, is aggravated. She's like a cat that's kind of caged. She's pacing back and forth. Mitre, what do you say?
He just yells over the voice in his head. He says, "Okay, we need to make this stop."
Okay. And then Mig, what do you say?
Nothing much. Mig, he's just enjoying the humming. Just go with the flow.
Okay.
And looks when Mitre starts shouting.
All right. So looking around you, you see Crinkle is returning back towards the stairs that go down to the quarters and the kitchen. And Crinkle's taking the dirty dishes down there and humming along absent-mindedly as she goes. Ebner tries to shake off the humming, only briefly is able to command Gelby to go back to her room and wait there while they try and figure out what's going on. Ebner then, after he commands her to do that, goes back to humming, shakes his head, and is like furiously kind of paging through the books that are around him, seeing if he can find anything that might lead him in the right direction. Varnier just stands with you all in solidarity in case you have any questions. All right, so does anyone want to talk to anyone around you before they leave, or not?
Question: You said Varnier was affected by it too when he came, or
Varnier,
she came?
yeah, she's also softly humming. She seems to have a little bit more willpower and can resist it a little bit better, but not much better than you guys all. So she's standing there in solidarity. Cthulhu's just pacing back and forth. You can tell Cthulhu is really aggravated, desperately aggravated, and you catch Cthulhu kind of looking towards the exit a couple times now and then. So that's what Cthulhu's doing. Let's go through you guys one at a time. Zoltar, what do you want to do?
Just gonna plug his ears to see if it'll stop the humming in his head.
It certainly helps. So if you hold both your hands to your ears to the point where you're deaf, basically, then you're able to more easily resist it. You still have the urge to hum it.
I'm gonna communicate that to everyone else.
Okay. Junebug.
Plug my ears and let them know.
What do you want to do, Junebug?
I think I'll concentrate long enough to speak and say, is there, other than the 3 layers or the 3 levels that we've seen, is there any rooms or any other archives that are present that we haven't seen?
There are. Varnier says that you can tell her she's concentrating as hard as she can. There is a scriptorium up this direction. So she points up down that aisle that way. To the south is a repair room where we like fix broken spines and broken books. Let's see. You saw what was up above. Basically just, well, you can go explore there as much as you want, but there's no other rooms up there. Down below, you've been through down below, except you haven't seen my room probably, or Crinkle's or Ebner's room. Oh, and then there's a place where we store the fireflies, and that is through the scriptorium up to the north.
Okay.
Then
Well,
she
I
goes,
think we search. I mean, is there more to this story other than just a book merchant that came, or is there more to this story at all other than just that small little paragraph that you were able to tell us?
That's all I remember. The vowed were concerned about a singing madness. A book merchant had been afflicted with it, was put in isolation after several avowed began singing as well. She doesn't know what happened or how they fixed it. She just remembers that little tale from long, long ago.
Well, that's the only question I have, and I'll let the rest of the party ask. But then I think we suggest we go adventuring
Start
into some of the areas we haven't seen. Yeah.
Okay. Before you guys do that, Mitre, anything?
Yeah, he will use both of his remaining magical tinkerings to touch 2 small little stones as he makes them both play a 5-second beat that goes against the beats of the lullaby we're hearing in our head, and he plugs both of them into his ears.
Nice. And Mig. Anything, Mig?
Mick really doesn't understand what's the big fuss is about and just keeps humming.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who's going to lead you guys in exploration?
If I could, Zoltar, since we're going to start moving around, he's going to be a little cautious and cast mage armor on himself.
Got it. So your investigation, Mitre is the leader with a 19 passive. Junebug's the leader for perception with a 16 passive.
All right.
So Mitre or Junebug, you guys want to take the lead?
I say Mitre, but I'll be right behind.
Okay, Mitre, what door first?
I think we should check the bindery first.
Bindery, the south door. Okay. Going to move you guys down to the south door. You, I'll skip ahead a little bit there, but I assume you'll listen at the door, check for traps, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You find nothing on the door that's abnormal. And when you open it, you see the bindery or the repair area. And inside there, let's see here, you find leather bits, wood shavings, and paper scraps littering the floor near a large workbench. There's tools and contraptions organized neatly around a handful of books in different states for disrepair, and there's stools surrounding the bench. A ledger rests on one of the stools. It's open to a list of 4 book titles, each one with a repairs needed entry beside it. The titles and their associated repairs are as follows: Festivals and Festivities of Ancient Cormyr, replace cover. Living a Dream, 3 Years Among Stone Giants, replace cover. Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme, repair spine. Halfling Superstitions, rebind. The books on the workbench are 3 of the books on the list, but Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme is missing.
Oh. All right.
That's all you find with a search of that room.
So I go back and ask if. Oh, is my mute on? Oh, can you hear me?
I hear you. You're good.
Okay. I'll go back and ask both Ebner and Veneer if either one of them heard of this title, seen it, anything of that nature.
Let's see. The Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme. Veneer
Correct.
says, yeah, I remember that book. It was like about 1.5 feet on the side, gnomish construction. It was kind of bent and dented up a little bit. I think it has like some sort of music box in it, but I
Oh,
hadn't got to fixing it yet.
no.
Why?
It's missing.
Huh.
And I don't know. I mean, it just
That's
seems
that's
a little
odd.
suspicious. Yeah.
Everyone make a
Ebner,
everyone make a wisdom insight check. This might not apply right now, but I might let you in on some info later if you roll a good one. So
20?
Junebug got a 20 on insight. Everyone else can click your token and then click your W button. All right, Mitre got a 13 insight. Mig got a 16 insight. And Zoltar got a 5 insight. You guys are going to be, at least Junebug, pretty easy to spot someone who's like really being deceitful. And Varnier doesn't seem to exhibit any strange signs in that regard. So you go back to talk to Ebner and Varnier about the books. Ebner does scribing and doesn't do book repairs, so he doesn't know anything about the book or it being missing. Crinkle and Gelby have already gone down below, so they're gone. Cthulhu is still pacing. I came here to study, not to be a prisoner, Cthulhu says.
Did you hear of any of these books?
Cthulhu?
Obviously, they're not folklore
No.
magic, but
No, I don't. I didn't know anything about those.
and that insight, does that seem like
Yeah,
she's
I'll
being
tell you.
honest?
I'll tell you when you see someone sweating or
Okay.
obfuscating or something like that.
All right.
So you got another door to the north. You want to check that one out?
Yes. I mean, if that's cool with everybody else.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Mitre. You're leading right.
Yeah.
Okay, Mitre.
I feel like when we're checking for traps and listening, that Mitre is like, at the bottom right below the doorknob, and then I'm 7 feet up listening at below above.
Yep.
So we're double, checking the door for traps.
That definitely makes sense.
Yeah, and if you guys want to just go anywhere, go ahead and say. You don't have to like get my permission or anything.
So
I
you
just
got.
have the highest bonus.
So you guys are coming up here to check out the doors. Go ahead and put you guys where you want to be when you're doing that. Cthulhu's pacing back and forth. Varnier.
No, you're the leader. If we die,
Varnier sits down for a second. And then, as you're listening to the door, something real disconcerting happens. A shrill sound tears through the cellar, overpowering all other noise, though it rapidly rises to an uncanny pitch. You recognize Ebner's voice. You turn, you look, and you see Ebner. His eyes are bulging in terror, and he's screaming the melody. Let's roll initiative, everyone. So click your token, and click the leftmost top button. That'll be your initiative roll. Go roll initiative for Junebug.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Up there.
Some other music came in. I thought it was part of us. I just had some weird app that was open that started playing. I was like, oh, what great timing.
Okay, so you hear the scream. You see Varnir is startled. Cthulhu's like backing away. Varnir's just looking at Ebner like she doesn't know what's going on. Ebner's screaming. This elderly man, he's not elderly. He's probably middle-aged. He's probably like older or younger than he looks. He's just got really gray hair. But anyway, his eyes are bulging and he's screaming this melody. Junebug, what do you want to do?
And he's right where his token's at.
Exactly, yeah.
He's screaming a melody.
He's screaming the same thing that you guys are humming.
Let me see if this works. I'm gonna go up next to him, and I don't know if I need to touch him for this.
Yeah, it is touch.
So I will, just in case it works, I will hit him with a lesser restoration.
Okay. He's screaming the melody. His body is completely paralyzed when you come up to him, just frozen. You touch him to lesser restore him, and you can feel his skin is cold to the touch. But as soon as you touch, you can feel the paralyzation release. So the magic of your spell definitely worked to stop the paralyzation, but the screaming keeps going. He screams like in a humming scream over and over. Anything else, Junebug, in the first round?
That will be it.
Okay, Mitre, what do you want to do?
Will you please reveal the area? If not, that's totally fine.
Should be here. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was
Ebner's
in
behind
this
you
room.
there, yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was in this room up here.
Yep. Nope.
Oops, accidentally moved someone else. He will rush over and very confusedly try and shake him with all his might to knock him out of it.
Gotcha. All right. That seems to have no effect on him. He keeps screaming. Skin is cold, but getting warmer. And then next to go is Zoltar. What do you want to do, Zoltar? But Mitre, that might have helped. It might give him advantage on the saving throw. Should he have one coming up?
Well, Zoltar will move over to here. And he'll just take the dodge action right now, really not knowing what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to get too close. He doesn't want to do anything to hurt anyone.
Okay.
I'll take a dodge.
Mig, what do you want to do?
Okay, he's gonna go sneak around bookcase and just gonna stand by to see what's gonna happen next.
Got it. You can make a stealth check if you want to be hidden there, or you could ready an action, your choice.
Ready action.
Okay. Zoltar, make a perception check. That's a click your token, click your W button. Mig, make a perception check. Zoltar, you got a 11. Mig, what do you get? Go ahead and make a perception check, Mig. Okay. And Zoltar, your passive is 13, and Mig, your passive is 12. Got it. All right. So the Ebner's screaming is still hurting your ears, even though you're still humming yourselves the same melody he's screaming. And then you see seeping out of the bookshelves, almost pushed out by the screams of Ebner, are two shadowy forms. Zoltar, you see one to your east, and Mig, you see one to your north. Roll their initiatives. And the first person to react is so Zoltar, you shadow warning to Junebug. There's a shadow over here, Junebug. You hear that, and you go first. What do you want to do, Junebug?
Can I hear Zoltar say that, but can I see both of them, or do I have to move around the bookcase?
No, you have to move around the bookcases. Actually, you can see them through openings in the bookcases, but they have like 3/4 cover.
Okay.
And also you could damage the books if you like shoot something massive through the bookcase.
I'm gonna move. Hey, somebody's have to teach me how to do the little arrow thing that
I
Mitre
always move
did.
by using my arrow keys, because that way you can see
I'm
square by square where you're moving.
Move 15 up this way. Can I shoot around Zoltar if necessary?
I'm only 3 feet tall, so you can shoot right over me.
And I'm 7 foot tall. All right, so I'm gonna do my starry form archer. And that is an action, right?
That's an action, but as the part of the action, you can do one shot.
Yeah, and that's 1 guiding bolts. Right? It's been a minute since I played him.
It's not the guiding bolt; it's the star archer thing, right beside the star form.
Oh, so you got the token already. All right.
Star archer dash 60 feet dash bonus. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I feel like Mig can handle himself a little bit more than Zoltar. So I will take it at the one to the right there. This one right here.
Fire away.
Okay.
21 hits it. 11 points of radiant damage. It seems to be vulnerable to radiant, and that does 22 points of damage to it and incinerates the thing. So Zoltar, you see this burst of glowing arrow energy shoot over your shoulder. The shadow's gone. You turn, you look at Junebug, and now Junebug looks like a constellation
like
of
Mr.
stars in the
Miyagi.
night sky. That's Junebug. Then one that you did not see, any of you, comes around the bookshelves, and you see it just in time, Mig, before it attacks you. It is to your south. It reaches out with like a clawed arm. It looks incorporeal, not wholly there, but the claws seem real enough as they dig into your flesh, but glance off your armor. I think, yeah, 14 armor class. Glance off your armor, and that one's done. Mitre, your turn. Come back. We'll take a quick break after Zoltar and Mig. Actually, go ahead, Zoltar.
Zoltar will turn and face this one over here, and raise his crystal ball to his face a little bit, and mutter a few words, and cast a mind sliver at it.
All right.
DC of 13 wisdom.
13.
Intelligence.
13 intelligence, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was AFK.
Oh, no problem.
My dad called me.
We'll get you here right after Zoltar finishes his turn.
Sorry, what happened since I left?
I'll catch up in just a second here. My saving throw's not going, so I'm going to roll a d20 manually. See if that works. Yeah. Okay, that's a fail, so it's going to take 2 psychic and subtract d4. I have you hit that button every time it makes an attack. The psychic seems to hurt it, so that's good. And then I need to reset the macros real quick.
Am I hitting the D4, or are you just going to subtract 2 from it every time?
I'll have you hit it every time. Yeah, have your hand ready on that button. Every time that shadow does something, I'll have you hit the button. What else, Zoltar?
That will be it.
All right. Then after Zoltar, we'll slot back in Mitre. So what you didn't see, I think, maybe is that Junebug turned into a starry constellation, fired a bolt of radiant energy at the shadow to the east of Zoltar and destroyed it. There's 2 shadows to the west. It's difficult to see the one through the bookshelf. It's got about 3/4 cover, and you'd probably damage some books if you shot at it. And it's your turn.
All right. He's going to go ahead and move here. And he's gonna growl. Actually, no, I'll save that. He's gonna go ahead and shoot at this one. He doesn't want to use a firebolt since library. So he's just going to go ahead and pull out his force cannon and fire at this thing. Let's see here. As a bonus action, 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Or
10 points of force.
yeah.
Do you want to push it back at all?
Yeah, he will push it back 5 feet.
Okay.
And then he will run up here, and as his main action, he will dodge. End of turn.
Okay.
Does that give me?
Didn't you have to summon the cannon too as your action? I
His
think?
main action is to summon the cannon, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In that case, I will not use my main action to dodge.
Got it. And you don't have to move up if you don't want to either.
I'll just move here.
There. Okay. Then you
Do I
already
get opportunity attack?
no, he didn't
Does
move
Mick
there.
get an opportunity attack?
He didn't go
Not
there
on
and back.
force
No.
damage.
Go ahead, Mig.
He said,
He did not go up there and back. He just went there.
"Oh, never mind." Then after that guy's care up, Mig will go up to this guy and start doing his thing.
22 is a hit. You kind of pass through it as if it's not there, doing a little bit less damage, 2 points instead of 4. Okay, what else you got?
And finish it up with the unarmed strike. Button for it. Should I just press attack?
No, it'll say unarmed. It's like the last of your attacks. Should be an
Okay,
alphabetical
I'll
order.
hear this.
13 is a hit, doing 1 point of bludgeoning. Okay, after Mig, Shadow's turn. So the Shadow attacks Mig back. Mig dodges below it, and we will take a break at the top of the next round. All right. Round 2. 2 shadows remain that you know of. There's other shadowy areas of this library, though, so hopefully nothing else is waiting for you there. Junebug, what do you want to do?
So can I take my bonus action first?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do the Starry Archer on the one that Mig's fighting.
Okay.
22 for 22.
You obliterate that one.
Okay. And can I go? Okay, maybe not. 1, 2, 3. Will that give me line of sight?
Yeah, you can see him.
Okay, and then I'll do spell, guiding bolt on the one that Mitre had hit.
Okay. That connects, doing 34 points of radiant energy and obliterating that shadow.
And I will stay right there.
All right, Ebner comes back to his senses. He's exhausted. Like every ounce of his energy and adrenaline had been flowing for those seconds that he was screaming that. He seems to have no appreciation of like where the shadows came from, and Varnier is just wide-eyed, and Cthulhu keeps looking back at the stairs that go out of here. And the shadows left nothing behind. And looking in the bookshelves, you don't see where they came from specifically, or if they just kind of coalesced because of the screaming agony that Ebner was in. What do you guys want to do?
Search faster.
Hmm.
All right.
So I'll
So you
go
got
back
the
up
door
north?
to the north?
Yeah.
All right. Opening that door reveals this room. All right, so the scriptorium. You see all around fireflies floating lazily about like embers caught in the air. There's writing desks sitting against the north wall, with a sheepskin rug beneath each one. On one of the desks, the one to the far west, rests a book beside a stack of paper, along with a stoppered ink jar and a porcupine quill. Another desk in the middle has a leather case on it, and a moldering tapestry hangs on the west wall. To the southeast is a padlocked door. There's a weak yellow glow emanating from under the door. What do you guys want to do?
It looks like there's a lock there, or as we call in the business, an insistently firm doorway.
So how do you want to handle it? Do you want to ask the folk to unlock it, or do you want to, in the business, unlock it?
Oh, I could use some special persuasion as he pulls out a set of kobold made thieves tools.
Go to make your thieves tools check. Just click your token and click the D button for your dexterity. That's a 13 on your first attempt. It seems a little bit resistant. While he's doing that, Junebug, what do you want to be doing?
Can I give him guidance?
Yeah, does he get proficiency on that too?
He does, yep. That's why it was a 13. And 14, 15. Zoltar, what do you want to be doing while they're opening the lock?
I just want to look at the books that are on the desk to see if any one of them is the one we're looking for.
No, it's not. The book on the desk, it's got a bookmark poking out from its pages. It's ancient. Its title's worn away. Its pages fall out. They would fall out if you tried to open it. Not the book you're looking for, you don't think.
Okay.
Mick, what do you want to do?
He's just scouring around, seeing black shadows thing might come around.
Watching out for shadows. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Junebug and Mitre, you guys get the padlock opened up. And that reveals this little room here. And in that room, you see the glow of thousands of fireflies that flit around inside glass terrariums that fill shelves along the walls. A steady plinking noise results from their bouncing off the glass. Shallow wooden boxes are packed below the shelves. There is a barely perceptible writing scratched into the floorboard. You spy it, Junebug, with your 16 perception, and then Mitre, you're able to look at it carefully. It says, "Finish the rhyme." Scratched into the floorboards here. Finish the rhyme. Do you guys want to take time to search these two rooms? Look under tables, behind, everywhere, all around. Okay, so in the first room that Meg and Zoltar are still in, you guys find something behind that tapestry. Tapestry that's on the west wall. When you lift it up to see if there's anything behind it, you find this. Lyrics. Behind the tapestry are the words scratched into the stone wall. See a mother scything wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near. With one swing she took his feet, with another took his ear. You guys are humming again, if you recall, whenever you're not concentrating. And now the humming seems to line up with these words. And your humming starts to turn into you reciting these words. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshime. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshime. See a dog that knows how to heal, never heeds plea nor command. Mother gave it a tasty meal, dog chose instead to eat her hand. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshime. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshime. See a dog doing his chore, washing clothes for folk in town. See a son doing his chore, washing clothes for folk in town, fell into the river's roar, sank to the bottom and drowned. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshime. causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshime. So now you guys are saying these words as you're kind of humming it. You're singing along, kind of sing-songy as you go. Does any of you want to try and concentrate and not say those words? Mig?
I think he will sing along.
Zoltar?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and concentrate and say to Mitre, what were those pictures that you saw? Did they kind of coincide with the rhyme or the lyrics, I should say? These pictures you saw in the girls' room.
Mitre will try and concentrate it and say, yes, each of these descriptions look like one of the pictures.
And Junebug, what do you want to do? Hum or?
Yeah, I think, well, no, I'm going to actually concentrate not to hum.
Okay. If you're concentrating, click your token and put the lightning bolt on your guy. That's the concentration marker. And remember, don't cast any concentration spells like guidance while you have the lightning bolt going, or else you'll start humming.
Where's the lightning bolt?
It will be like on the right side of the first row, I think. And if you hover over it, it'll say concentrate. Oh, so you click your token, click the circles directly below your token, and then concentrate. So I put Zoltar, I put his on him. Barnier and Ebder and Cthulhu, they're all humming along.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So Junebug, you're trying not to. Mig, you're humming along. Zoltar, you're trying not to. And Mitre, what are you doing?
After he says that, he will try his best not to hum.
Try not to hum? You got it. So you're concentrating on that. There we go. Okay, let's see. Mig, please roll a d6 for me, Mig. Tell me what you get. A 1. Okay, so as you guys are singing this stanza, those of you that are, you can hear humming in the room behind. Mig singing it. As you reach the last Shemshime, all the fireflies flicker out, leaving the place in complete darkness. And the room below, all the fireflies are flickered out, so everything's dark in that room below. You can hear Cthulhu like, oh, hell no. What do you guys want to do? Closest to the door, this happens. Junebug, what do you want to do, Junebug?
Pull up my drift globe.
Oh, right. You fire up the drift globe,
Yeah.
lighting the room that you guys are in.
Yep.
Shadows kind of seem to move away from the drift globe. You weren't sure if any of them were alive or not. But nothing comes out. Eventually, after a few minutes, the lights come back on. Fireflies come back on as if they were never out. Okay, so that was what you found searching the northern room. Searching the firefly room. Well, first of all, you're in the northern room. When you become aware that the song is not only coming from Meg, and it's starting to spread to Abdur and Cthulhu and Varnir too, as they're picking up the words from Meg. But you hear another voice, somewhere nearby, a deep and melodic voice singing the words. You turn around, Junebug and Mitre, and you see it's coming from the room with the fireflies that just lit back up. You don't see anyone in the room, though. What do you want to do? It's singing the words to Shemshime's rhyme.
I'll poke my head around the corner.
Okay. It seems to be coming from the far wall over here, but you don't see anyone over there.
Is it on a different map?
We're all right here. Hopefully you can see us. You see us?
Oh, I thought, yeah, it moved a little bit for me.
So the light's coming from right over here, or the singing is coming from over here.
Okay, I'm gonna go check the wall to see if there's secret door or if there's something behind Much like the tapestry, if there's something scratched into the wall.
Yeah. You find, let's see here. You find a loose stone in the floor beneath one of the boxes on the east wall, and the singing is coming from below that stone.
Hey, Mitre, do you have like a tool you can pull the stone out with?
So the stone looks loose, you said?
Yeah, it does.
I try to catapult the stone away.
All right. Yeah. You smash it against the other wall, and it reveals a niche below the stone. A pile of bones in a nook 5 feet across and 5 feet deep. The bones are of 2 humanoid bodies. One of the skulls has a hole in the back of it. And the skull with the hole in the back of it is singing. A deep, melodic voice singing the rhyme. So I want you to put you guys where you are, where you want to be standing. You were like next to it, right, Junebug? Zoltar, you can move your guy where you want. Mig, move your guy where he wants to be. And then Mitre, roll a d6 for me. Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative, everyone. All right, Mig, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me. DC 14. Unless you feel something compelling you to act against your wishes. You feel your mace rising up in your hand. You're unable to push it off with a 13 on your saving throw. You take, from the exertion of trying to resist it, 11 points of psychic damage. And then you 11 points of psychic damage. And then you swing that mace against Zoltar with all your might. 13, Zoltar, does your mage armor protect you?
Does.
It does? You're 14 with mage armor? Okay, so Zoltar, the magic force field of your armor protects you. Mig, that was your whole turn, and you seem to come to your senses after that. Let's see. So on your next turn, you're going to be able to do what you want to do. Zoltar, make a wisdom saving throw DC 14. So you got a 12 on your wisdom saving throw. It's not a frightened condition, so you don't get advantage on that. So you try to resist this thing, compelling you to do what you don't want to do. You take only 5 points of psychic damage from it. And then you take your dagger and stab Mig with your dagger. But Mig definitely dodges that, no problem. And on your next turn, you can do what you want, Zoltar. Junebug, make a wisdom save, DC 14. You resist this compulsion. You see that it's trying to act on Mitre. You could use an action to try and give him advantage on the save, or do whatever else you want.
Oh, absolutely. I will use it. Is it a help action?
Yeah, it'd be a help action.
I will give him a help action.
Okay.
Oh,
Mitre.
I thought that was help.
No.
I will teach him history.
Mitre, roll a wisdom save, DC 14.
All right.
Oh, even with the advantage of Junebug trying to keep you to your senses, you're overcome by the pain. You take 11 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
And then you stab at Junebug with your dagger.
I'm going to tell Junebug to duck, premonition wise.
Okay, so what's the roll, Zoltar? A 1
6.
or a 6? A 6. All right. That's going to miss you, Junebug. Thank you, Zoltar.
Yeah,
Mitre, you'll be act on your turn next round.
I
And-
leap instead of duck.
Cthulhu got a wisdom saving throw. Cthulhu makes it by a mile with a 22. Ebder's got a wisdom saving throw. He makes it by a mile with a 20. And Varnier wisdom saving throw. She made it. So all three of them resist. And then the wave of this compulsive anger is gone.
Does it stop singing?
You're back in the room there, looking down at the skull. Oh, I didn't even notice that. It actually has the word scratched into the floor. Is that right?
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
Does it stop singing?
No, it's still singing. What do you want
Is
to
its
do?
mouth moving?
Nope. There's nothing muscular happening. It's just sitting there motionless, but it sounds like a deep melodic voice singing the words of Shemshime's bedtime rhyme. Actually, we should stay in initiative order. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
That was Cthulhu, Ebner, Varen, and then Mig. Let's see, Mig, you failed your first save, so make a wisdom saving throw. DC, what was it? 14.
Ugh.
So you're not able to resist. The psychic damage doesn't hurt you anymore, but you do swing on Zoltar with your mace, connecting for 3 damage, Zoltar. Make a concentration check, Zoltar, DC 10, or else you'll start humming.
Constitution. Oh my gosh.
You are already humming, Mig, so you're good. Zoltar, you are able to maintain your concentration after taking the damage. And now it's your turn, so wisdom saving throw.
Okay, how much damage did I just take?
You just took 3. And before you make those wisdom save, let me remind you all, you have inspiration. That's that 3-leaf icon. You got to announce before you roll if you want to use it.
Okay. Okay, so where are we at with Zoltar right
So
now?
you have a wisdom saving throw to make to resist the urge to attack Mig. So you fail that. You stab at Mig with your dagger, cutting into Mig for 5 points of piercing Mig. Mig is already humming, so he doesn't have to make a concentration check. That's the end of your guys' turn. Junebug, you made your first save, right?
Sure.
What do you want to do? You're not affected by it.
I'll take the club and smash the skull
All right.
as my primary action.
Roll to hit.
13.
13, kind of a glancing blow off the skull. You don't hit it solid, and don't do any damage to it. What else do you want to do, Junebug?
All right. Bonus action. I just saw you. I'll hit Zoltar for
Zoltar, nice.
with the healing word.
Back up to max, Zoltar. Junebug, you're still concentrating. You're good. Mitre,
Healing word.
you got to make another save, DC 14.
All right.
So you fail your 14 save. You stab a Junebug with your dagger.
Duck.
Junebug.
Change it to a 1.
Oh, you gave him 1? Okay. Junebug, you're good. Mitre's done. Those 3 out of the room have all made their saves, so they're done. That round's over. Mig failed his last save, so make a wisdom save. Mig, DC 14. You there, Mig? DC 14 wisdom save. Mig, DC, or did you do it already? Maybe it's not working.
DC. The wisdom check.
DC 14 wisdom save. Okay, so you try and hit Zoltar with your mace. Missing. And then Zoltar, you failed your last save, so wisdom save, DC 14. You fail, so you try and hit Mig with your dagger. Dagger. 22 for
Yep.
2, Mig.
Mm-hmm.
You're already singing, so you're good. Zoltar's done. Junebug, what do you want to do?
Club it again.
Okay. Roll to hit.
14 for 4.
Oh, another glancing blow. You're close, though.
Can I see Mig?
Yeah.
Healing word.
7 points back, Mig.
Nice.
Mitre, saving throw DC 14.
Right? Apologize, I shift clicked.
You are good. So you can do whatever you want on your turn.
So the skull is not yet cracked.
That's right.
He's gonna try shooting it as a bonus action.
Go for it. Missed it. Glancing
Right.
blow off of it.
As it ricochets, he's gonna fire a firebolt at it. This time throwing caution to the wind with his spell.
Go for it. When you intone the magic words and go to shoot the fireball or firebolt, nothing happens. Some sort of powerful magic here in Candlekeep must be stopping fire spells.
Ah,
After Mitre, you can move too if you want Mitre.
nope, that's it.
Mig, wisdom save, DC 14. Mig,
There
you're
we go.
free. What do you want to do, Mig?
I just feel like the skulls, going into the room and start beating him.
Okay. You can get there next to Junebug and smash at it. Go ahead and roll to hit. 12's a miss.
Punch it. Punch it.
Okay, flurry of blow.
Okay. Flurry of blows give you 2 chances. That's a hit,
There we go.
and that smashes
Yeah.
the skull. And
Good
therefore
job.
Zoltar doesn't have to make another check. All right. So you have a brief moment of reprieve. Let's recap what you got. So you're all humming, or you're resisting humming. So if you're resisting humming, put a lightning bolt on it. Looks like 3 of you are currently. Mig, do you want to keep humming or resist it?
Now that's more fatal than it seemed.
I didn't catch what you said. What was that, Mig?
I was finding out it's more fatal than it seems. He'll try to resist it.
Okay.
Mig will.
So you are resisting. As long as you just maintain concentration, you're good. So basically, unless you're taking damage, you're automatically going to be able to resist it. The Skulls and Shambles, there's no other things inside that nook besides those bones. They look like, the bones of 2 humans. You don't know what the story there is, but they are very, very, very old. It's Firefly Room. There's the Bone Nook. One of them has a hole in the back of its head. That's the one that was singing, which is now crushed. You have the words of Shemshime's rhyme on the wall outside. So you got that. They match the drawings that Mitre found in Gelby's room. Let's see. The drawings that you found in Gelby's room, Mitre, look like that. You're looking for the book. You haven't found any sign of the book yet. It's missing from the repair area. You've got at least 3 rooms downstairs you haven't been inside. What else do you know?
So,
Oh, and then scratched on the floor of this of the room you're in is finish the rhyme.
right. 2 things. How did the kid know to draw those? Should we search her room just to make sure it's not in there? Because it is kind of suspicious that she drew those, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So let's go. Let's take Ebner with us. I mean, or I don't know why I'm calling him Ebner. There's an N in there. It's the N. Be silent. We'll take Ebner with us down to his daughter's room and search it.
All right. So you guys are going out here. Let's see. Let's just get a marching order as you're coming out to talk to Ebner. I'm not sure if Mig's in front or not, but go ahead and put whatever order you
I'll
guys
go
want
in
to
the
be in.
front. I'll go in the front. You just hit him. If anybody attacks me, you just hit him. But you look kind of hurt.
Mitre, Zoltar, go and put you guys where you want to be. Drift Globe out. Junebug.
Yeah, Wilson. Yeah.
Wilson. Okay. So when you come out of the room, you see Ebner is like looking through books. Varnier has retired to her room when you come out. So she's gone. And Cthulhu is like slumped against the bookshelf there. So she's sitting down, slumped against a bookshelf. And Junebug, you notice something odd about Cthulhu. She's got her head in her hands. Let's see here. She's biting her lip to keep from seeing. Her back's against the bookshelf. And after a moment, you see her ears flatten, and you know something's going to happen. So everyone roll initiative, please. This is your 20 insight. Let you not be surprised.
Zoltar had to step out for a second. Had a baby crying.
Let's see. Be right back. I got it. I'll roll for Zoltar's initiative. Rainier's gone. Ebner's there. Cthulhu's there. Everyone's there. Okay. Junebug, you are first act. So you see Cthulhu's ears pin back, and she's about to spring up, and you think take off running for it. She's had enough, as far as you can tell. What do you want to do, Junebug?
Yeah, it's kind of free will. Oh, I think I'm just gonna move here, just in case I feel like she's doing anything. 5, so 25 movement. I'll move right there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hold entangle spell until she does something that I feel is nefarious. So I'm going to hold an entangle spell for like right here.
So
I'm not going to cast it until she does something that I believe is
right.
bad.
So the only problem with that is you'll start humming.
Oh, is it concentration?
Yeah. Well, it's concentration spell plus it's concentration to ready a spell.
Do I have any good cantrips that I can hit her with? Yep. So I'll just watch.
Okay. After Junebug gets there, Ebner looks startled, gets to his feet, backs up against the bookshelf there. Mig, your turn.
This floating thing right here, it's like with the same skull before, or
That is a little glowing drift globe. It's a small sphere of thick glass. Shines with you got a daylight spell going or a light spell going?
Light.
Light. So it's 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim light.
I'm just gonna hold my dart and ready action if
Ready to shoot
anybody
a dart.
starts attacking.
Okay. Cthulhu jumps to her feet, takes off running, provoking, if you want to try and grab her, Junebug.
D&D, sure. I think I would get arrested if I just randomly grabbed a woman and she ran away, but I will grab her strength.
Yeah, strength versus her dex. All right.
Massive 10.
She snarls and says, "Let go of me." And you can see in her eyes, she's got a crazed look in her eyes. And she will. She casts Thunderwave, and just a huge blast of energy shoots out at you, Junebug, doing 10 points of thunder damage, 12 con save for half. Knocking you off your feet. Doesn't knock you prone. Pushes you 10 feet. No prone. Knocks you back onto the table back there. Let's see. So Sherry tried to move 5 feet. She casts her spell. And she go. Oh, and plus she's got feline agility, and her speed is 30. So she's like speed is 60. So 12 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9 to get up to that floor. 10, 11. Okay, so she's going up the stairs. She's not quite to the hatch yet. And she's done. Mitre, what do you want to do?
All right. Mitre is going to just hold on. I need to see a larger battle map. Seconds.
Oh, and Junebug, make a concentration check DC 10. Or else you'll start singing the song.
She's going up, right?
She is.
Inspiration.
Right. He's going to dash to get here. Or on the other side of the stairway, and try and catch up to her.
Yeah, with your dash, you'll move about as far as she did. So that'll take you up to basically right below where she's at on the stairs. So she is slightly above. I'm going to move her off the map here. She's slightly above the second floor, or the first floor, coming down, and you are on the first floor. She's just like 5 feet ahead of you. That was a dash. Mitre, what else you want to do, Mitre?
That is it.
Okay, Zoltar, your turn. Maybe out with the baby still?
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back to Zoltar. Junebug, what do you want to do?
The concentration. Does it say concentration? It doesn't. All right, I'm gonna cast. You guys don't hurt yourself again because I'm running out of spells. I'm gonna touch myself. Okay, bet. I'm gonna give myself Long Strider.
Okay.
Which I don't think is concentration.
It is not.
All right.
For 1 hour, you're plus 10 speed. That is a action, so you got your movement left with 10 feet extra speed.
Right.
Which puts you basically to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
If that's where you want to go.
Yep.
Okay. And
sorry, I just swallowed an almond down the wrong pipe.
Let's see. Follows you till 60 feet. Okay, so the globe just stays where it's at since you didn't command it, right? It'll stay 60 feet behind you. Ebdur is going to leave. He's like, I don't want to part of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going downstairs. And Mig, your turn.
So which way did Abder went?
Ebdur went downstairs, heading towards his room.
Okay, Mig's gonna go chase after him, but before that, he'll take his healing potion.
Okay, your free one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's your speed is 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there with a single move. After Mig is Cthulhu. So Cthulhu makes it to the hatch, but she'll provoke getting there from you, Mitre. Do you want to do anything that she provokes?
Yeah, I'll try and grab her.
Okay. She'll try and squirm out of it with a 10, with a 6. You grab a hold of her. She turns on you and strikes you with a thunder wave. 13 thunder, 12 con save for half.
All right.
You make your save, so you only take 6 thunder damage, and she is not free. So you're holding on to Cthulhu. She's snarling at you and clawing with our claws, trying to struggle and break free. Mitre, what do you want to do?
She will, or he will hold on to her and say, "Listen, I know this is hard, but sometimes you need to hold through tough circumstances. I need you to stay here." And he will use an action with his one free hand to pull out the somehow still warm pizza from his bag of holding and offer it to her. Maybe this will get you through it.
All right, make a persuasion check with advantage.
15.
15 persuasion. I think that's what you need. Let me double
Oh,
check.
that's con. Sorry about that.
Oh,
19.
that's better. Okay. She calms down. You calm her down, Mitre, and she stops running for it. She's sorry. Apologizes for hitting you. She just wanted to get away. She didn't want to be trapped in here anymore. It's not safe here. We're all gonna die here. We should just all leave, she says. And you guys all gather together again as one party. Mig, you wanted to follow Ebder or stop Ebder?
I want to stop him.
Okay, no problem. He doesn't get past the middle of the hallway before you catch up with him and stop him. He says, "Why are you stopping me? I'm just going to my room."
Let's make her think it's not safe to go at it. Let me just accompany you.
Okay, so Mig is gone. Ebner's going to go back to his room. Does anyone want to try and catch up with Mig or let him go off on his own?
We all need to go downstairs. So
Okay.
let's take Cthulhu.
I'm sure there's
downstairs.
no relation between her and Cthulhu. Probably nothing. Probably just a mistake. Okay, so you're heading down towards the stairs. Let's see here. Ebder's there, so go ahead and put the rest of you where you want to be as you're catching up with Ebder. So I got Mig there.
Okay.
Cthulhu, she promises to be good and stay here if you let her.
Do you trust her? That's your call, Mitre.
I just look at you and say, "Have you ever ran away from a full box of pizza?"
That's fair enough. All right. As we go down, I'm going to pop this potion of healing.
You can't argue with that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's eating her pizza there. Okay, so you're catching up with Ebder. Mig's down there. Him and Ebder are talking. And you're in this kind of claustrophobic hallway. The air around you feels thick. It presses in on you from all sides, prickling your nerves. Your muscles twitch as though something is yanking on them with invisible strings. Okay. All of you guys down there in that hallway, which is right here, make a initiative check. I'll roll for Ebder. Got his. Tula's not there. And the 4 of you have all rolled except 1. There we go. Okay, got all. Mig. Make a DC 15 charisma save for Mig. Ooh, nice job, Mig. Let's see. Okay. You were feeling a compulsion to stop concentrating and start singing the rhyme again, but you were aware that it was some sort of nefarious power doing this to you. You resisted it. You can see all your friends under the same compulsion. You don't know if they'll be able to resist or not. What do you want to do?
Feeling that the compulsion starting again, I'm just gonna like starting with Mitre. Are you gonna shake them or
You want to try and give him
on the head
assistance
to-
on the save?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you'll give Mitre assistance on his save. Zoltar, DC 15 Charisma save. So Zoltar, you are aware of what's going on around you, but you're powerless to stop it. Someone has taken control over you and is compelling you to sing the rhyme, so you stop concentrating. And in addition, use your powers against your friends, so you let loose with a magic missile spell on Junebug at first level. Do you have any first level slots left, Zoltar?
Yes, I do. 3 of them.
3 of them? Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of force damage to Junebug. DC 10 concentration check to see if you can maintain your concentration. You do, so you're not singing. Zoltar, at the end of your turn, you get another chance to shake it off. DC 15 Charisma save.
Charisma?
Charisma. No, so you're still compelled. Let's see here, we'll put a heart. That's your charm. That's Zoltar. Junebug. DC 15 Charisma save. Junebug.
Nope.
Nope. So you feel like you're charmed, compelled to attack your friends. You stop concentrating and start singing Shemshime's rhyme. And then you will. Do you have any first level slots left?
I have one.
Say again.
I have one.
1. You fire a guiding bolt at Zoltar.
Ouch.
Underreact to this, or am I
You're able to react to
paralyzed?
it. Actually, no, you're not able to react to anything right now because you're still charmed, aren't you?
Yeah.
Only a 12 though, which misses you, right, with your mage armor.
Yep, 14.
All right. Junebug, another charisma save, DC 15 at the end of your turn. You are still charmed. And then Ebder, charisma save. Ebder starts flailing at Mig and missing you, Mig. And then Mitre, charisma save with advantage.
Right.
Oh, I need to do another save for Ebder at the end of his turn. You made it, Mitre,
Once.
with advantage. Ebder made it, so he's no longer charmed. So 3 of you are not charmed, 2 of you are, and Mitre, you still have your turn to go.
All right. I will help Zoltar break out of it.
All right. So you move down to there?
Yep.
Okay. Mig, what do you want to do?
Kind of want to. Starting with Abder. They're trying to snap out of him.
He's already out. He made his save.
Okay. Then Junebug.
All right, so you're going to help Junebug on his next check. Zoltar, you will do a magic missile on Mitre at first level. 9 points damage, Mitre. And then Zoltar, save with advantage.
Charisma?
Charisma save with advantage, yep. Zoltar, you're out, thanks to Mitre. Mitre, did you get your 9 damage? You there, Chris?
Sorry about that. What was that?
Mitre, you got hit by magic missiles. You took 9 damage.
All right.
And then you shook Zoltar out of his charm. And you maintain concentration, so you can still not be singing. 2 of you are not singing right now. 3 of you are still. When you make your save at the end of your turn, you can't immediately start concentrating yet, so you have to wait till you start your next turn. That was Zoltar. Junebug, you used your last first level slot, right?
Correct.
Do you have any second level slots?
I do.
You will turn and do a second level guiding bolt on Mig. It's be disadvantage because it's range attack adjacent. 17 hit you, Mig? does
Yes.
13 points of radiant damage. DC 10 concentration check.
It's actually 14, right?
Oh, second level, it's actually 14 damage. One more, Mig.
One more.
Yep, and then DC 10 concentration con save. You are good.
There you
Junebug,
go.
DC 15 Charisma save with advantage. Junebug is out. Junebug is out.
17 or a 0. Wow.
Ebner immediately starts concentrating to not hum. Mitre, you're already concentrating. That makes 3 of you concentrating and only 2 of you humming. All right, you're out of danger. You're out of danger, but the door at the end of the hallway opens up, and you see the little Galeby there. Blood is spattered on her young face and down the front of her clothes. She's shaking with wide eyes and holding a large square book that has blood on the corner of its metal spine. So the book she's holding is this guy. And a picture of it. Right over here. And what else? Yeah, okay, so you can see that book. She's holding her hands about 18 inches by 18 inches. What do you guys want to do? Ebner is going to her to try and console her.
Ebner, don't approach her.
You'll have to grab him
Can we-
physically to hold him back if you want to, because he's going if you don't. And she's kind of shaking and crying a little bit and stumbling towards him.
Can I blast the book like a gunslinger?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to wild shape then. I'm gonna take my last wild shape, and then as my bonus action, I will blast the book. I'm sure it has a crazy DC.
Let's actually stop there. Let's do initiative for everyone.
Oh, okay.
Everyone go roll initiative. Missing a 1, maybe? There we go. Okay. So as they're closing, perfect. Junebug, you're first.
All right.
You want to
wild
shoot the
shape
book?
and shoot the book.
Okay, go for it.
18 for 8.
18. Mm, 18's a hit. 8 points of damage does not destroy it. How many points does this thing have? Ah, here we go. Okay. 8 points. Got it. It seems to glance off the book and do no damage to it at all. The 8 radiant just glanced off of it, did no damage to it. What else, Junebug?
That is it.
After Junebug, Mig, what do you want to do, Mig? Junebug, do you want to concentrate on anything?
Yeah, I want to concentrate on not singing.
Put the lightning bolt back on your guy.
Do I need to roll?
No, you didn't take any damage or anything, so it's free.
Okay. Nothing's free.
What do you want to do, Mig?
I'm gonna chase after the book and trying to knock it off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she's cowering away from you. You can just grab the book if you like, or knock it to the ground, your choice.
Knock it to the ground.
Okay, so it's in the ground, right at her feet. Anything else, Mig?
I just wanna, if it's still, it was knocking the book out of the hand. It was action.
Yep, that was your action.
Like pinning it on the ground with Meg's feet. Is that
Okay.
also an action?
No, you can step on it if you like.
Okay.
You were stepped on the book. Mitre, what do you want to do?
He will run forward with his little cobalt body and try to interpose himself between him and Epter.
Okay. Then Gilby's just cowering there in the corner, or cowering at the feet of Mig. Ebder's like, get out of my way, and wants to go get to his daughter. Leave her alone, you bullies.
You can comfort her after the book is out of here.
Then Zoltar.
Zoltar will raise his crystal orb and mutter a few words and magic missile the book.
All right. Fire away.
Force damage.
4, 2, 2 from 3 missiles striking the book. All 3 seem to have no effect on it. We can come out of rounds now. The book is on the ground underneath Mig's feet. Your attacks seem to not be able to damage it, at least so far. Maybe they'll come up with some more dangerous ways to damage it. You can get a good look at the book now. It is like the picture shows here, the big picture on the left. It's square. It's about 18 inches along each edge of the cover. It's of gnomish design with the cover made of wood and copper bearing a faded hand-painted rendering of a round millstone. There's a silver music box set into the book's spine. It's heavily dented at one end. So that's what you can see of the book on the ground at your feet. What do you want to do?
Is dented?
It's dented, yeah. The silver music box is dented. Oh, there's also some blood on it, too.
Whose blood is this?
Gilby.
Gilby?
Little Gilby, sobbing and scared, and she says it's Crinkles. Crinkle attacked me.
Did Crinkle attack you, or did you crinkle?
Oh, I don't know things were all like black. I don't know what was going on.
Do I still have my insight? Can I do an insight check?
You don't think that she's hiding anything? You definitely think she's confused. Similar to what you guys just went through, right? You were attacking each other.
Okay. Well, we're going to do some... you might want to take her away. Leave the book with us. Let's go look at Crinkle. Mitre, please take your potion. And let's continue.
Okay. Do you guys want to take the book with you and go find Crinkle?
Yeah, let's try not to touch it. Do we have like a sack or something?
Ebder's going to take the kid into his room, lock the door behind him. Crinkle's room is the one at the end of the hallway, and the door is slightly ajar to it.
All right.
And yeah, you can definitely put the book in a sack if you don't want to touch it.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it. That's okay with y'all.
Pizza case of holding, nice. Okay, so this room at the end of the hall there. Crinkle's not in the kitchen. Crinkle's actually in this room. Right there. And slumped up against the wall and breathing really ragged, shallow breathing for Crinkle. Just barely conscious, you think. So let me move you guys there. So you guys come into Crinkle's room here. You have the book with you in the pizza box of holding. You have not opened or looked inside the book. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you get to Crinkle's room. You see Crinkle's slumped up against the wall. And breathing really raggedly and shallowly. What do you guys want to do? Oh, let me describe the room for you here. So the room you see that you get to the end of the hallway, the door was slightly ajar, and inside the room, it's crawling with wingless larval fireflies. Hundreds of the tiny glowworms cling to every surface, shedding light throughout the room. A canvas hammock hangs between two pillars. An engraving of a goat wearing a crown leans against the north wall. Against the wall is Crinkle's slumped form. The silence in the room is interrupted periodically by her ragged breaths.
Does anybody have medicine? Anybody can stabilize? Does Crinkle look like she's on her deathbed, or
Possibly. She could expire if you don't heal her sometime soon.
I'd love to heal the enemy and then them attack us and kill us. I only have one spell up. Does anybody have any healing other than me
I could cure wounds, sir.
at a low level?
At first level.
Yeah. Can you do that? Because I have a second level cure wounds.
Sure.
Just in case he's a bad guy.
All right, you do a cure wounds on Crinkle, giving her 8 points back. She comes to consciousness, looks up at you, begins humming right away before she can talk. What do you want to say to her?
Ask her what happened. Well, I have so many questions.
Oh, and this might not be for her, it could be for someone else, but everyone make another wisdom insight check for me. So you've used up your first one already. Holy cow, Junebug. 26 on the insight. That's pretty good. 21's real good for Zoltar. Yeah. 20 for Mitre. Okay, Crinkle says there was some sort of darkness that came over me. I was looking at the book. I was getting it because I thought maybe you guys might need it or might want it. And then Gelby was there, and I don't know if Gelby attacked me or I attacked Gelby. I'm very sorry.
So do we believe any of that?
Yeah.
Where was the book at?
She puts her hand into a little niche in the wall behind her, and a secret door opens up. Behind her, there's a little shelf there, the one like to her north there. There's a little shelf, and inside said shelf is an amber ring, an ornate curved dagger, a set of 4 intricately shaped glass bottles with nothing in them, a vial of fog-like substance, and a vial containing a blue liquid. And she points to the shelf and she says, "I was keeping it here I was keeping it here.
Why?
It was just pretty."
Oh, fair enough. What's up with the goat with the crown? I mean, I don't want to call into question your decorating, but
I liked it. I thought it was kind of cool looking.
where was it? Oh, you collect stuff because
I
you're
just collect stuff. Yeah.
Pinku.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. What is it? What does it look like inside the book? Did you have the book open?
It's very neat. It's like all intricate clockwork and stuff, but it doesn't work. It needs to be fixed.
Oh, how does it need to be fixed?
I don't know. Take a look.
No. Can you? What are the 3 scenarios? Can we ask her? There's 4 scenarios because we have to complete the rhyme. So can you tell us the scenarios that you saw inside the book?
Yeah, she tells you the same things that you've seen before.
Only 3 of them?
Only 3 things, yeah.
Oh. Mitre, is this something that you could work on? I know you're not tinkerer, but you're the most mechanically aligned.
Mitre just looks up. He pulls out an entire bag of tinkering tools, and he says,
All right. Do we do it here, or should we go back to the suite upstairs?
"Your call."
Anybody have any Zoltar, Meg?
Kind of lost here. What are we gonna do?
So,
Well,
the book
is broken.
Yeah, the book's broken,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
and
go
you
repair the
have
book.
one thing that tells you to finish the rhyme, but the book's broken, so you think you might have to fix it to finish the rhyme.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a fourth rhyme.
Yeah.
So
Let's
the question
take it up
is,
to
do you
where
want
we
to
got
fix
more
it?
space.
Yeah, you want to go upstairs? Okay, I'll take you upstairs.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just not get killed in the hallway.
And all the NPCs can stay behind that way too.
Yeah, I don't want to have to kill them.
Tula's going to go into the room and hide out. Put her back over there. You guys can come up here with the book. Wherever you want to be. I don't know if you can move that book or not, but put you guys where you want to be as you're working on the book. And you want the book on the table or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever's best from Mitre.
Okay, Mitre. And everyone take up your spots where you want to be at.
Are you sure you want me to do this? Maybe somebody else should do this. Cobalt hands are notoriously jittery.
I feel like you're probably the best, but just in case it explodes on you.
Here, let me give you the description of the book here. Square 18 inches along each edge of the cover is mechanical curiosity of a gnomish design with a cover made of wood and copper bearing a faded hand-painted rendering of a round millstone. There's a silver music box set into the book's spine which is heavily dented at one end. It opens to reveal a pop-up cutaway illustration of a quaint watermill made of painted panels of wood, tin, canvas, and leather. It looks like the pop-ups would animate and music would play if the book was repaired, and the last pop-up doesn't even pop up. How to fix it? So you need to make a 15 intelligence check just to figure out how to fix it. And if you have jeweler's tools or tinker's tools, you get to add your proficiency. And then you'd have to make 3 15 dexterity checks with the same things adding proficiency to actually affect a fix. So do you want to do anything before you start fixing? You guys can take a short rest before you start if you like.
I would like to take a short rest.
Okay, go ahead and assume you take a short rest. If you click your token and then click the second button, I'm just doing this for example, it'll roll all your hit dice for you there. So Meg, if you had all 4 hit dice spent, you'd have that many hit points recovered. And you can just decide how many of them you want to spend with this short rest. But hint, there probably won't be another short rest, so don't leave yourself short.
Yeah. But it's good to know what I'll check something.
Okay. Your short rest finishes up. You do your arcane recovery, Zoltar. So, whoever wants, try to make a intelligence check. DC 15. Jeweler's tools or tinker's tools add your proficiency.
Right. I will make
You have guidance.
Okay, Mitre.
Right. Thank you for the guidance.
Yep, you're going to make it. You're at 16 already, and that is enough. So, Mitre, you discover what you need to do to fix the book. You can share it with the rest of the party so they can help as well. All right, so let's roll initiative. Gubby's gone. Abder's gone. Okay. This is going to go right after Mitre does the first check. So Mitre, go to make a DC 15 dexterity check. Now, before you do one of you want to be concentrating on a guidance for Mitre?
Yes,
Okay,
I will do that.
So we'll reverse the guidance. So you're now humming and guiding Mitre.
Yep.
Zoltar, I'll assume you're not humming. So light bolt on you. Mitre, you're not humming, and Mig, you're not humming. So Junebug to guidance, Mitre, you're
Nope.
that. And then Mitre, go to make a dex check. And don't forget you have inspirations available, but you have to announce before you roll to use them.
All right, I'll burn it on the first check.
Okay. DC 15 dex check. You're good.
Great.
All right. So you're fiddling away at the thing, making progress on fixing it. But some dark, energetic force is like fighting against you. And you feel waves of psychic energy coming off this book, trying to resist you breaking into it. And that first try was a success. You had 2 more to go, but you take this following damage from that first try. 9 points of psychic damage, DC 13 intelligence save for half. Intelligence save instead of dex.
Oops.
Shouldn't have wasted that one.
You're
It's
good.
okay. I'm an
You're good.
artificer.
That's half damage. You take 4 points of psychic damage. DC 10 concentration check to not hum.
Yep.
That makes it just barely. And okay, that's what kicks off initiative. So when Mitre tried that first check and succeeded, you see there's energy fighting against Mitre. And Mig, your turn. What do you want to do, Mig?
Still keep distance, but he's gonna go over here, and if Mitri falls, he'll try to grab him and
All right.
thing.
You're over there and you're ready to grab someone. Junebug. Your turn. What do you want to do, Junebug?
So do I need to concentrate to stop humming?
You still are concentrating on the guidance because Mitre didn't need to use it to succeed. You can drop that concentration and stop humming if you want.
Can I drop that guidance and then do it again?
Then you'll still be humming if you do.
That's fine. But can I re-roll the guidance?
No, you don't. You don't roll guidance until actually you make the check. Guidance gives you a for a duration of a minute. Mitre has your guidance.
Okay.
And when
For a
Mitre
whole
makes
minute.
a check, before or after Mitre makes the check, Mitre can decide if he wants to use it or not.
Okay.
So it's rolled when you actually make the check.
Okay.
And you don't have to use it.
I'm gonna wild shape.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna wild shape and then use I think I'm gonna use the dragon. No, sorry, I'm gonna use the chalice. So, all right.
Cool. Wild
So
shaped into the constellation of a chalice. Junebug's
Yeah.
done. Zoltar, your turn. Oh, and you're concentrating on guidance still, or
Yes.
not? Okay. So Mitre, you still have a guidance going for you. I'll just put this little circle. Zoltar, your turn.
Not much I can do, so I'm just going to take the dodge action.
Dodging and concentrating to not hum.
Yep.
Mitre, your turn.
All right.
2 successful checks. Only 1 left to go. And this time, Mitre, you take 14 psychic. Made your save, so you take only 7 psychic. DC 10 concentration check.
All right. And he starts humming.
So Mitre's coming. So we'll take the concentration mark off you. So now 2 of the 4 of you are humming currently. That's the end of that turn. Start of the next round. Mitre, roll a d6 for me, please. The whole library becomes much colder. You can just feel the heat drawing into the book and the shadows around the book. No damage to you, though. And then this round, Mig, what do you want to do?
Same as before.
Got it. Junebug, what do you want to do?
So instead of guidance, I'm going to concentrate on. I'm going to concentrate on non-humming.
I mean, okay, go and put a lightning bolt back on your guy. Anything else, Junebug?
That's it.
After Junebug, Zoltar.
I'll move closer. I'm going to get in touching range just in case.
Once again, I'm just going to use a dodge action. But am I allowed to give my inspiration to Mitre?
Yeah, and Mitre, you used your last one. You forgot to take it off. I'll take yours off, Zoltar. Mitre, you got a new one, and your turn, Mitre.
Right. Oh. Yep. All right. Mitre's going to use inspiration on this
All
check.
right, go for it. Boom.
Nice.
Third check is a success, and all of a sudden, let's see. As soon as you fix the book, the following thing happens. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Mitre? That was an action to do what you just did.
No.
All right. With the book repaired, you are finally able to finish the rhyme. The last part of it says, "See a daughter grinding grain, wish the spirit's time was through. Trap set for the shadow bane, her millstone killed it true." And then the book trembles, and its mechanical inner workings squeal to a halt for a moment before whirring back to life. You hear clicks and shadows burst forth from the book like steam from a kettle, collecting along the ceiling until wisps of darkness outline a vague humanoid form. Meanwhile, the scenes inside the book transform, creating an entirely new picture that includes tiny cutout figures of yourselves. Noteworthy in the scene is the replica of the enormous sculpture hanging from the ceiling above the stacks. So, Mitre's done turn. The shadowy figure that came out of the book is now in the room with you. Right over here. 10 feet off the ground, so kind of out of reach a little bit. And here's a picture of the guy. There he is. Let me roll his initiative. Resort. Okay, Mig. You see this shadowy form 10 feet off the ground, and he is moving down toward Mitre. What do you want to do, Mig?
Jump on the table and start throwing his darts at the guy.
Go for it. The 15 connects. The guy is kind of incorporeal like those shadows were before. So the 3 piercing becomes a 1. And then, all done?
Yeah, that's it.
Your turn, Junebug.
Well, if he's 10 feet above the ground, I can touch him without leaving the ground then, right?
You cannot touch him, right?
If I'm okay, but if I'm 7 something, right?
Yeah, he's like effectively, if we were flat and you were on the ground, he's like a square between you and him because
Okay.
you're a 5x5 cube and he's a 5x5 cube up.
Oh no, I meant if I move forward, could
Right.
I hit him?
Yeah, no, he's up at the ceiling, so he's out of your reach.
Okay. I didn't want to do this. I wanted to be all cool with use my chalice and heal people. All right, I'm gonna use my second wild shape and drop that one because I think that's how it works, right?
Yeah,
If I
that's
want
true.
to switch forms, so I'll blow my next one, do the archer, and then as my bonus action, I'll fire 25 for 7.
25 is a hit. Unlike the other shadowy creatures, he is not vulnerable to radiant, but he does take full damage from radiant.
Perfect.
After Junebug, Shemshime's turn. So the Shemshine lets out a howling babble, like the words of the rhyme all mixed together rapidly, and some backwards, some forwards. 22 psychic damage and stunning. You, Junebug, DC 13 Wisdom save for half and no stun.
All right.
So 22 psychic, DC 11 concentration check to not start humming.
So
Oh, actually, since he stuns you, you immediately start. Well, you can. You can't concentrate while you're stunned.
God, that would have been close, right? So what I would have got was a 12, right?
11.
Because a 9 counts as a 10. So it didn't count.
Oh, nice.
It would have been great, but it missed
So
it
close.
by
Yep.
1. So close.
Yep. Okay, so you're stunned as well. So let's put the stun marker on you. Let's see here. That's incapacitated, petrified, stunned. There it is. So you're stunned. You took your 22 psychic. You're stunned till the end of your next turn. Shemshime did that, and he's done. Zoltar, your turn.
Zoltar's going to hold up his orb. He's going to wave his hand around it, say a little something, and shoot magic missile level 2 at him.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points damage to Shemshime. Got it. Mitre, your turn.
Can I move too?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. All set.
All right. All right. So he sees this, or he looks at the book, sees ourselves, Shemshime, and the statue hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah,
correct?
you see that huge book, that probably couple 1,000-pound stone book that's held up by 3 chains above your heads. You see Shemshime, he fired on Junebug just as a retaliatory to Junebug's attack, but he's moving, and I should have moved him a little bit. He's moving slowly towards the book, like he wants to grab it.
All right. He's going to leap on top of the book.
Uh-huh.
Actually, no. He's going to move here, and he's going to have his force ballista take aim at one of those chains.
Got it.
Fire.
And ready to fire, or you want Ashley to fire?
Fire immediately.
Okay. You think that 2 of those chains would not hold that book up?
All right. Well, I can't ready a bonus action, so Mitre is going to go ahead and have the thing fire at him.
Okay.
Let's see here. 25 to hit
Nice.
for 9 force.
9 force. Put
All right.
Shemshime up against the ceiling there.
And Mitre is going to start humming as he readies to catapult the actual cannon up at the thing.
Got it.
or the gun
Okay.
that you
Catapult readied. The end of the round. You got Junebug humming, babbling more than humming. Mitre humming. So Junebug, roll a d6 for me, please.
6.
Okay, Junebug, roll. No, wait, Junebug. Mitre, roll a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
3. You take 10 points of psychic damage. And, oh, this sucks. You were readied, but instead you use your reaction to stab at Junebug, so you're no longer readied. So the stab on Junebug with the dagger is a miss. Oh, wait, no, Junebug's stunned. So it's a 24 to hit, so 4 points damage to you, Junebug. And then Mig, roll a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. You're good, but there's no one for you to stab. But you start humming. Zoltar, 14 Wisdom saving throw. You keep from humming. That's the top of the round. Okay, Mig. You saw Mitre getting ready to fire on one of the chains on the stone right over your head. You definitely don't want to be standing there if he does. He's not ready anymore, though. You see the shadow's going to come for that book, you're pretty sure, on its turn. What do you want to do?
Okay, getting off table, going right next to him, and
He's
as
up.
a bugbear, he has a extra 5-foot reach,
Oh, right. Okay.
and start gonna do his thing.
Okay.
Amazing.
13 is a hit, doing 2 damage to him.
Unarmed strike.
That's a hit, but it doesn't seem to kill him. He stays at 1 hit point.
Shout out. Let's hit him with some sort of magic.
All done, Mick. Junebug.
Yeah.
End of your turn, stun goes away, but that's your
Okay.
turn.
Right.
Shemshime. He flies over your head, Mig, and descends down to the book to grab the book. And let's see if he recharges his babbling. It's not recharge his babbling, so instead, it's going to uses 2 creatures within 60 feet. Okay, so Junebug will take the concentration off of you. Or stun off of you. Shemshine's going to choose you and Mitre and do this power. Whispers of Violence. 2 creatures you see, 6 psychic damage to the 2 of you. And a reaction to make a melee weapon attack, but Mitre, you've already used yours. Junebug, you have not, so you could. 13 Wisdom save negates all.
All right. I go unconscious.
Mitre drops. Junebug, Wisdom save 13.
All right. What's my reaction do?
It's good. You're going to make a melee attack against Mitre.
Oh.
But you made
21.
your save, so you don't. That was Shemshime's turn. Zoltar, your turn.
Okay, so
Oh, he's actually standing on the table now, so. Shemshime is standing on the table, grabbing the book.
and you said he didn't. He was stayed at 1 hit point or something, or?
Right. Mig hit him. Should have been a killing blow. But he did not drop below 1.
Do I have a free action?
You do, yeah.
All right. Free action. Tell everybody get away from the table.
Everyone is off the table. Mig jumped off of it.
Like get away. I don't know how big if it's bigger than the table. Is the statue bigger than the table?
A little bit.
All right. Well,
Didn't someone hit the statue once already?
no. He held his action.
Oh.
So-
So there's 3 chains holding it up. You'd think breaking any one of those chains, then that 1,000-pound book would fall onto the table that Shemshime's on.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I recommend.
Okay, I'll magic missile second level at the chains.
Says magic missile. I think it strikes creatures, not objects. Do you have anything that strikes rolls to hit?
Hold on, let me see. Hits a creature. Okay. I do not have anything that hits. I do not. So what I will do is I will cast hold person on Shemshime.
All right.
Is it on here? Let's see. Oh, there it is.
Wisdom save. 12 should fail, but it does not seem to affect him. He's either immune or not a humanoid.
Oh, he's a person. Okay. That's my turn then.
Zoltar's done. Mitre, your turn.
Right.
Death saving throw, Mitre.
He fails.
Okay, so one failure for Mitre. The end of the round. Zoltar's not humming. Mig, you are humming, Mig?
Mm-hmm.
You are? Okay. Junebug, you are. So let's do Mig. Roll D6, Mig.
E6.
D6, yeah. 6. 3. There's no one in range, but the damage could kill you. Okay. Mig, make a 14 wisdom save.
Ugh.
You take plus 3, 11 points of psychic damage. Junebug, DC 14 wisdom save. You take 9 points of psychic damage. Zoltar, DC 14 wisdom save. You take...
Do I have anything reaction?
9 points of psychic damage, Zoltar. Okay, Zoltar, make a DC 10 concentration check to keep humming. Keep from humming, I mean. So Zoltar's humming now. So everyone's humming. Mitre and Junebug aren't humming. They're unconscious, both of them. Zoltar. Concentration. That was the start of the top of the round. Mig, your turn.
Okay. So do I need to roll wisdom?
No. Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit the chains with my
Okay.
trident.
Okay. Let's see here.
Nice.
So you look up over your head. You're standing on the ground. That ladder that's right beside you, if you ran up that and leaped off of it, you could actually jump onto the sculpture and strike the chains with
I can
melee
do
attacks, or you can throw a
step of
trident.
the wind then.
You don't even have to do that. You can just run right up and jump on top of the book.
Okay.
So you run up, you jump on top of the book, roll a... Let's see what you got to do. Well, as soon as your weight lands on top of the book, you feel the book lurch down, and you look up, you see the eye bolts pulling out of the ceiling, and then the book starts falling down below you, and then you can use your slow fall as a monk, I think, right?
Yeah.
Slow fall to kind of leap off of it onto the books, and the thing collapses down with a crushing weight onto the table, splintering the table and crushing Shemshime and destroying him underneath the book. But let's keep it around because you got a couple of people to save. Awesome job, Big. So that was like your movement, your
Action.
slow fall to get off of there.
Mhm.
Slow fall's a reaction. So you really still have an action left. What do you want to do with your action?
Trying to go over there and grab the book out of the Shemshime hand.
Okay, yeah, you see the book is in the rubble by that chair that you're standing, and you grab it. And you see no remains of that shadowy form on the table. It's like it's gone completely. The book is closed. You don't
Good.
remember if you left it open or closed, actually. But you have the book in hand, and no sign of Shemshine in the rubble, and Junebug, death save.
All right. Token wise, it's the one,
It's
the second one.
A14, H31, yeah.
Okay.
That's one
So
failure.
fail.
Let's see, Mitre's got one failure. Zoltar, what do you want to do?
You said there's
Zoltar,
other people we have to save. Who do we?
your own guys. So
Oh,
Junebug and Mitre are both
sorry.
dying. Yeah, you have a free potion.
Um,
Mitre's got a free potion. Mitre goes next.
Yes, I will run over to Mitre and shove a potion down his throat.
All right. So you can take off your free one, and then Mitre, you can do Junebug before Junebug goes. And you guys are successful. Well done.
Great.
Ah,
So Shemshime is destroyed. Let's see here. The conclusion. Okay. With Shemshime trapped again, so he was trapped in the book again, is what happened after you destroyed him with the crushing stone. You emerge victorious from the Firefly cellar. The Avowed are surprised and grateful to see you. They reward you with gold, a bag of holding full of gold to hold all of it. And they take the book to lock it away in one of Candlekeep's secure vaults forever. The end.
Nice.
You guys get a level if you like. You can, of course, decline it if you want. Next Candlekeep adventure is level 5, for reference. You guys get plenty of treasure, 80 gold each, not to exceed 80 gold for your current level, from all the treasure you found. You have the bag of holding that you all have access to. And that is the end.
Excellent.
Thanks for playing, guys.
Thank you so
Hey.
much.
Yeah, you did a great job. Thank you very much for running.